Someone, are you creative visionary? How are you? How are ya? How are ya? Let's move this like this. So we can be even in the middle. In the middle. In the middle. In the middle. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. It's a beautiful day. Let us start. Please take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Okay, today I know it is a good day for us to just be still. Just be still. Yeah, I think that's better, no? Just a slight change in the microphone, just a slight change in the dial has such a huge impact. So today I would like to start off with you just being still and breathing, and I am going to chant metta for you. Metta. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be liberated from all ignorance. May I be liberated from all suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be liberated from all ignorance. May all beings be liberated from all suffering. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And let it out with a big sigh. Okay, please close your eyes. And gently just roll your shoulders back. Roll your shoulders back. Just feel yourself. Feel your body. Feel where there is tension in your body. Maybe in your shoulders, maybe in your chest area, maybe in your neck. Just feel and feel the energy, feel the tightness, feel the lightness if there's lightness. And just give yourself permission to be in your body. Just be in your body. Okay, let's roll the shoulders forward. Don't forget to breathe, taking a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And moving your head from left to right, slowly breathing. And releasing with a big sigh. And let's do that one more time. and back to center. And then I'd just like for you to just sit for the transmission of metta, and just continue breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. If you want to continue with a big sigh, that's okay. And if you just want to breathe normally, that's perfect too. Okay? Enjoy the stillness. Knowing that you are here. No matter what has happened throughout the day, no matter what happened yesterday, no matter what happened an hour ago, you are here. You are here. You are safe within your own body. You are here. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be liberated from ignorance. May I be liberated from suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be liberated from ignorance. May all beings be liberated from suffering. Sadhu, 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 sadhu. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be liberated from all ignorance. May I be liberated from all suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be liberated from all ignorance. May all beings be liberated from all suffering. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Gently take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Ah. Good. Now you can open your eyes and take a look at my beautiful face. So I can see your beautiful face. Salbona, you creative visionary. I see you. I see the divinity within you. I call forth the divinity within you, the love within you, that is you, that moves through you, the grace, the peace, the joy, the allness that we come from, the infinity that we originate from. I see you. Igama lam uThembi Buthelezi, Queen Bringer of Good Hope, helping you activate hope within your own body temple, because this is where the magic happens. Your body temple. Emzimbeni wami, emzimbeni wami. It's a good day. Oops. Yeah, it's a good day. So let us read. Shall we read our morning reading today? It's a little chilly today. Okay. The theme for this week is the purpose you're too afraid to claim. Relational purpose. The love mission avoidance. I have not denied my purpose. Your relational purpose is the unique way you're meant to contribute to healing, connection, and love in the world through your relationships. But you deny this purpose by staying in relationships that diminish you, avoiding relationships that would challenge you to grow, or treating relationships as personal fulfillment projects rather than spiritual assignments for mutual evolution and service. Dr. Patricia knows she has a gift for helping couples heal their relationships, but she stays trapped in her own dysfunctional marriage, telling herself she must fix her own relationship first before helping others. Meanwhile, her relational wisdom remains locked away while couples who could benefit from her insights continue to struggle. Her denial of relational purpose keeps her stuck in personal relationship drama instead of expressing her gifts for collective relationship healing. Denying your relational purpose creates a split between the love you're capable of expressing and the love you actually share. You underestimate your capacity to heal relationships, to model healthy connection, to teach others about love through your example. Your nervous system knows you're meant to be a healing presence in others' relational lives, but fear keeps your gifts contained. Embodiment practice. Feel into your natural gifts in relationships. Perhaps you're a natural mediator, a healing presence, a wisdom teacher, or a love catalyst. Notice what happens when you imagine using these gifts more widely to serve others relational healing. Say, I express my relational purpose through conscious love. My capacity for relationship healing serves others. Okay, let's read again. Let's read again. Your relational purpose is the unique way you're meant to contribute to healing, connection, and love in the world through your relationships. But you deny this purpose by staying in relationships that diminish you, avoiding relationships that would challenge you to grow, or treating relationships as personal fulfillment projects rather than spiritual assignments for mutual evolution and service. I don't think I'm qualified to talk about relationships. I don't know. I don't think I'm qualified to talk about relationships. I don't really think I'm qualified to talk about relationships, but we'll try this. Okay, we'll try. We'll try this. Okay, so the reason I started this live stream today with metta, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I be liberated from all ignorance, may I be liberated from all suffering, may all beings be happy, may all beings be peaceful, may all beings be liberated from all ignorance, may all beings be liberated from all suffering. The reason I started this live stream with this intention, with this connection to a higher realm of wisdom, is because I too find myself being toxic. I too find myself in ignorance. I too find myself in suffering. And when I am unhappy, I am unpeaceful. Is that even a word? Not peaceful. In ignorance, I suffer. And when I am suffering, I cause suffering to those around me unconsciously. Take that in for a moment. Okay? I'm not sure who in this world has not experienced ignorance. I'm not sure if there's anyone in this world that has not experienced ignorance. Anyone on this planet that has not experienced suffering. Anyone on this planet that has not experienced chaos and a state of pure misery. All of us have lived through these states of consciousness. All of us. All of us. So the intention for me is, may I just be happy? May I be happy? May I be peaceful? May I be liberated from the ignorance that will create suffering in my own life. May I live in this? Why do I choose this? Because I found over my 44 years of life here on planet Earth that I cannot change anyone. I have tried. I have tried. And then I realized my own ignorance. Yes. I said, I am not God. I did not create this planet. I did not create the earth I walk on. I did not create the waters I drink. I did not create the oxygen that nourishes my body temple and keeps me alive. I did not create the sun. I did not do this. Okay? I did not create ether. I did not do this. None of these things. I did not do any of these things. So, if I cannot even keep my own harmony, peacefulness, balance in my own mind, my own brain, my own body temple, my own emotions. Okay? And I did not create the elements. How do I think I'm going to change humanity? Or humanity. Well, that's a huge mission. How am I thinking that I'm going to change someone else who's living with me? How? It was a sobering moment to come to this realization. Truly, it was a sobering moment. Yes, a very sobering moment. It's like, okay. I have fits of rage at times. I have anxiety attacks at times. I go through bouts of depression at times. I am ecstatic at times. Okay. And I think that I am going to fix someone, change someone, when I don't even understand the real reason for my fits of rage. Because we're not really... I read A Course in Miracles. I loved the Course in Miracles. I read it for many years. It was my co-Bible. Yeah, I read it. I loved the Course in Miracles. When I first got to America, I think I found it, I think somebody was talking about it on Oprah. And then I went and bought the Course in Miracles, and I used to read my Bible, and I used to read the Course in Miracles. The Course in Miracles it's an intense book. Honestly, it's an intense transmission. It's an intense piece of work. But the one passage, such a beautiful passage in the Course in Miracles, it said, you're not really angry at what you think you're angry. No, you're not really angry at what you think you're angry about. Something like this. I can't fully paraphrase it, but and that took me on a journey, because I was like, okay, so I'm not really angry about what I think I'm angry about. Oh, okay, so what am I really angry about? Okay, this was a time I'd already started going to therapy, so I could I would read my Bible, I would read the Course in Miracles, I would do my thing, work out, eat my breakfast, out the door. I had to go to therapy before going to school to take classes. And I would sit with my therapist and I say, you know what, I read a course in the Course in Miracles. I'm not really angry about what I think I'm angry about. So, okay, if I'm not angry about this and this and this that happened while I was growing up, if I'm not angry about this person who I think took advantage of me and stole from me and beat me and all. Okay, so but like, what am I angry about? What am I angry about? And I had a really good therapist, and they would say to me, let's unpack that. Honestly, when I first started to going to therapy, I just wanted somebody to solve my problems. I'm just like, okay, but like I'm telling you what I read in the Course in Miracles, okay? I'm not really angry about what I think I'm angry about. Tell me what am I angry about? I've just told you my whole life story as I think as I've known it and experienced it. So what am I really angry about? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me what to do. Tell me. And the therapist used to say to me, let's unpack that. Let's unpack that. And as I would talk and just unpack the different connections to the anger or the different angles of why I thought I was angry about this situation that I came to therapy about, I started to realize that it was more intricate than just that one situation. So let me make an example. So let's say I had a tiff with my husband and he went to work and I would go to therapy and would be having this conversation. And the therapist, because they were American and really didn't understand the cultural context from which I came from, it was really good because they could help me understand the American context of why Robert would do what he would do. And I'm like, but it's not right. It's not right that he does that. It makes me feel Americans. Okay, let me be specific. Americans can just yell. Okay. And I would say to my husband, especially the first few years, I'm like, when you yell like this, it scares me. It makes me feel like I just want to run away. It really scares me. I don't like people who yell. Why? Because I grew up in a situation where yelling meant somebody's coming to kill you or something like this. It was just so chaotic in South Africa during that time. So I couldn't handle people who yell. I still can't handle people who yell. Now I've become a little better at it. I have started yelling of living with an American, and like I find that Americans can just express the anger. I could never express my anger. I used to stuff it in and cry, and then after crying I would punch I would do practice Billy Blanks and Tybo, and I would just punch, and I had the what is what is it? What do they call it? Punching bag. I had a punching bag, but it was like a blow up punching bag, and I ordered a Billy Blanks tape, a Tybo tape, and part of the package I loved infomercials. Oh my god. When I first got to America, I loved infomercials. I mean, it's like, but wait, there's more. So I ordered this Billy Blanks Tybo workout, and it came with a punching bag, and it was a blow up, and used to pump it. And every time I would like feel really enraged, I would go downstairs and just start punching that punching bag, and I would like work through that anger through punching. And then when I would go to therapy, I would tell the therapist how I was working through my anger. But I found that Americans can just express their rage. Americans are just really good at this. They are like, I've learned so much from being in America. And for this, I'm thankful. And just being around an American, they express their rage, and then they're like, okay, I feel better now. I'm like, but to me, it feels assaulting to my chakras. Like my chakras are assaulted right now. I'm like traumatized by this. And my husband's like, well, I'm just over it now. I'm like, but I'm not. I just feel so overwhelmed by this expression of rage. And the therapist would say, okay, but that's a cultural difference. And I'm like, I used to say, but like, it's not a culture. It's offensive to me. Number one, I am a very, very quiet person, and it hurts me. It hurts me. It hurts me. But honestly, I wasn't really angry at Robert for expressing his rage because, okay, yes, maybe sometimes Americans, you don't have to express your rage in such a ferocious way, like Cardi B would say. Ferocious. In such a loud and dramatic way. But this is who you are. This is who you are. And I've learned so much about anger and sacred rage. And would I have learned how to be okay with my anger and sacred rage if I hadn't married an American? Maybe not. Maybe not. Would I have learned how to go out into the desert and just scream at the top of my lungs and get that rage, that ancestral rage from all the women in Africa that are just like stuffing the rage deep within? Maybe not. I probably wouldn't have learned or sought to find ways to express the rage I felt in a healthy way. The rage. So when I would go to therapy and have these long conversations with my therapist, and she would say, well, let's unpack that. And then, okay, reading the Course in Miracles, you're not really angry for what you think you're angry about. Ugh. That led me on a journey of understanding that your anger is way bigger than what it is at that moment. People are triggering whatever makes you angry in that moment could be related to what happened to you when you were 5 years old. An experience that you had at 12 years old that registered in your body, registered as a memory, but because you didn't have the tools and the capacity to deal with that experience in that moment, your subconscious mind, which is your body, just stored it and said, oh, when I have time or later, I will deal with this. And so we're all just walking around with so many experiences that we haven't even begun to unpack. Just in this lifetime. In this lifetime, we haven't begun to unpack why we are angry. We haven't even begun to unpack why we are sad. We haven't even begun to unpack what makes me happy. We haven't even begun to explore what makes me miserable. What brings me joy. We haven't even begun to unpack. We are just living in survival. We are just traumatized and traumatizing each other. And it's like meeting someone is like a chung, 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 chung. Some people just react violently towards that. And some people internalize that and sink into a depression, because they don't have the tools on understanding, number one, that your anger or your misery or your apathy or your fear or your anxiety probably has nothing to do with this moment that it is arising. It is an accumulation of micro anxieties, micro offenses, micro sadnesses, micro fears, micro angers packed up on top of each other from the day you were conceived in your mother's womb. We're not even going to go past lifetimes, parallel lifetimes, future lifetimes. No, let's just stay in this lifetime. It's energy. Every time you feel anger, emotion is energy in motion. Where is that energy stored? In your body temple. It is a memory, yes. And it is a subconscious memory. Your body is the subconscious mind. And so the reason why I invite us every session, live stream session, to be still and remember a time and attach it to the body. What I'm asking us to practice in that moment is the act of self-love and self-respect and self-honor, to be still enough to remember how a certain memory or a certain experience or a certain event in our life is affecting how we relate today. And if you've noticed, if you've been following along on the live streams, sometimes I will say, remember a time between the ages of 6 and 8. Remember a time a month ago. Remember a time 3 months ago. Because you're not really angry at what you think you're angry about. It's a line in the Course in Miracles. I'll find it and I'll talk about it again. But it's you're not really anxious about what you think you're anxious about. You're not really apathetic. You're not really fearful about what you think you're fearful about. When you unpack it and you explore it, you will find that you were fearful at age 2, you will find that you were fearful at age 5, you will find that you were fearful at age 7, 9, all of these ages. And then you come to age 44, 50, you come to age 25, and you realize you have a bag, a subconscious mind, which is your body, just tapped with all sorts of angers and rages and apathies and fears and worries. And so you're just walking around as a bundle of nerves and a bundle of anxieties and a bundle of fears. And it's just, this is who you are. But this is not the truth of who you are. We just haven't been conscious. We don't understand this. So it's not really your fault, but it is your responsibility to choose to be happy, to choose to be peaceful, to choose to be liberated from all ignorance. What does that mean? I choose to be liberated from all ignorance. It means I'm willing to sit for 15 minutes, 30 minutes a day and just explore the sensations on my body. Oh, what is that heat right there about? What is it linked to a memory? And what memory is it linked to? Nobody teaches us this. This is a foreign concept. I learned this in Vipassana. My first Vipassana meditation, it was 10 days of silence. I was all the way up in, I flew to San Francisco. I met some tech bros, some hippie ones, okay? We were in this VW Beetle. What was it? Like VW. I've had some really interesting adventures. Okay, it was a VW bus. You know, the Beetle, not the Beetle, but the bus, right? And they were tech bros, and they were just real hippies. And I didn't even know these people. I just went on the vipassanadhamma.org website and I just signed up and I was like, I'm going to this thing. I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing, but okay, they said meditation is going to help me, so I'm going. I need it. So I signed up for this Vipassana on dhamma.org, and then there was a group where if you needed ride share from San Francisco airport all the way up to Occidental, that's where the retreat was, up in the boonies, in the woods. And so I just signed up with this guy and I was like, oh yeah, I'm flying in from Vegas. I'm from South Africa. He's like, yeah, man, I work in Silicon Valley. I was like, oh, okay, what is Silicon Valley? I had no idea what Silicon Valley is. Honestly, I did. My dad loved this computer thing. He was totally into this computer thing. But I had no idea what Silicon Valley was. It was kind of like my second year in America. I was like, what is Silicon Valley? I don't know nothing about this stuff. So the guy's like, yeah, I work in Silicon Valley. And I started talking to him for a while, a week, 2 weeks before I was going up to Occidental. So they picked me up at the airport. So it's like 5 tech bros. And they're like, hey, jump on in. I'm like, okay, 5 white guys. And they're like, jump on in. We're going to... And they're wearing these Thai fisherman pants. They were so hippie. They were so hippie. I'm like, hi, I'm Tembi. I'm from South Africa. I was such a ditz. Honestly, I was such a ditz. I could have disappeared. I didn't even know these people. So they picked me up at the airport and we go all the way up to Vipassana. And the first 7 days of Vipassana meditation, it was complete. The whole 10 days is complete silence. Okay. The first 3 days were a hell that I didn't even understand, because we had to sit down for like 10 hours a day. We were meditating 14 hours a day, but 10 hours a day you were sitting and feeling the sensations, just the first 3 days, sensations in your nostrils. That's why I focus a lot on breathing. But with Vipassana meditation, there is no breathing out with the mouth, out loud, because everything is silent. So you focus just on this area of your face, the nostrils, and just to focus on one area and feeling sensations just in one area. Wow. I didn't realize that this was hard. It was challenging. Focusing just on one area brought back so many memories of South Africa. I remember I used to just get up after, like, maybe meditations were between an hour to an hour and a half. Sometimes I would get up the first 15 minutes and I would go and I would run outside of the meditation, the Dhamma hall, and the Dhamma instructors would run after me and I would be crying. I'm like, I want to go home. I want to go home. I can't take it. I'm having flashbacks of people being killed. I can't. I want to go home. I want to go. It was hell. By day 7, I had had enough. I was like, I want nothing to do with these hippie people and this Buddhist thing. I am out of here. These people are nuts. I'm out of here. Get me out. But I couldn't leave because the hippies, tech bro hippies, were just zenning out there, and they were just zenning out. And so I couldn't leave from Occidental all the way to San Francisco airport. So I was like, how am I going to get out of here? I just had to surrender. By day 10, I was in bliss. Like, that was the first time in my life that I actually experienced ecstasy in my body. I was flying. Like, I felt a joy that I never experienced ever in my life. Ever. It was something out of this world. 10 days of silence. If you ever get the opportunity to sign up for 10 days of just pure silence, oh my goodness, try it. It's free. They don't expect you to become a Buddhist. You can go as a Christian, as a what, as a non-Christian, as a Buddhist, you don't even need to be anything. You could be atheist. Just go and sit and just focus on learn about the sensations on your body. That was the first time I realized that, honestly, truly, we're not angry about what we really think we're angry about. Because in that moment, nobody was harming me in that meditation hall. Nobody was hurting me in that meditation hall. I was sitting there with 100 meditators, quiet, Nobody needed anything from me. Nobody was talking to me. But I was in a hell that I had no idea. The rage, the tears, the joy, it was such a concoction of emotions. I realized I'm a walking crazy person. I'm a walking crazy person. That was the beginning of my walk with psychology, meditation, awakening. So, the reason I share this with you is that Dr. Patricia knows she has a gift for helping couples heal their relationships, but she stays trapped in her own dysfunctional marriage, telling herself she must fix her own relationship first before helping others. Okay? Meanwhile, her relational wisdom remains locked away while couples who could benefit from her insights continue to struggle. Dr. Patricia just needs to give herself a break. She doesn't even understand why she is in a dysfunctional relationship. She doesn't. Maybe she does, but honestly, she should give herself a break. You could still be of service to others in a dysfunctional state. But when you start looking at your own life and you're like, but I'm not happy, you're not serving people at the highest levels. You're not being completely authentic. But who teaches us what authenticity is in our healing practice? In our walk as a human, who teaches us this? Nobody. Nobody. So, honestly, Dr. Patricia, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break, honey. Her denial of relational purpose keeps her stuck in personal relationship drama instead of expressing her gifts for collective relationship healing. How could she? Honestly, how could she? If you grew up seeing drama in your household, drama follows you. Because on a subconscious level, which is on your body, you have an addiction to drama. Or you have an aversion to drama. So anytime you experience drama, you react in such inauthentic ways. But you don't even know what your true authentic way of relating is. So honestly, if you're a therapist, you're a couples counselor, you are a minister, pastor, all sorts of these things, and you're helping people, or you're just a friend helping people with their couple stuff, their money stuff, which probably you shouldn't get yourself involved in these things. Or you are just a person in a relationship, married or boothing, bathing. My suggestion is focus on yourself. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. That intention will lead you to a path of finding out, why am I not peaceful? When you find out why you're not peaceful, you investigate this, explore this, unpack this, and you say, I'm willing to just be peaceful, happy, liberated from the ignorance that causes suffering in my life. Everywhere you go, you bring happiness. You bring wisdom. You bring peace. Because this is what you are. Not from the brain, but from the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind. Forget the neocortex. Okay, that's a very small part of our functioning abilities here on planet Earth. It is the subconscious mind, which is the body. That is truly what controls us. And until you are willing to understand, okay, but What is it that is creating this unhappiness and this ignorance in me? And that is creating so much suffering in my life. It becomes really difficult, number one, to change. So you just repeat these patterns over and over and over, many, many lifetimes. Because at the point of taking your last breath, your body is filled with anxieties and depressions and all sorts of fears. So you transition to the next life experience with these subconscious mind fears and anxieties and sadnesses and depressions. So the next life you wake up, same thing. Because God does not die. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. This is how we keep repeating cycles. You keep meeting the same people from the past lifetime, same people from the past lifetime. You're like, but like, I thought I'd overcome this. You haven't until you understand how it shows up in your body, which is your subconscious mind. Right now I'm working on money. And I'm like, okay, where do I have money fear? Where does it live? And what is that story? Because it just keeps showing up. But this story is ancient for me. It's so ancient, and I'm working on the original. And I'm going back many, many lifetimes on this. But like I'm asking myself, where is it showing up in my body? Because for me, understanding this and realizing that it's linked to my body, but maybe a past lifetime and maybe very, very ancient. And until I find that root cause, I know that I'm going to keep having these experiences that are just like, whoa, man, whoa, woman. So I'm willing to find the ignorance. Where is the ignorance here? And the ignorance is not in someone else out there. It's in the way I have interpreted an experience that keeps just reoccurring in my life. And I'm just like, okay, enough now. Enough. So honestly, the experiences of pain in our relationships, especially when it comes to purpose, you have no idea why you are afraid of stepping fully into your purpose, because you don't, number one, even understand how big your purpose is. And what does it matter what big or small means to you or means to me? It is what you deem it to be. So with Dr. Patricia, yes, she has a gift, right? So she has a gift of being a healing presence for others. She has this beautiful gift. And maybe this gift developed because she grew up in a home that was dysfunctional, and she now understood her own, or maybe just psychologically understood that home life was unhealthy, and she wanted to bring wholeness into relationships, but she's stuck in a dysfunctional relationship because there's probably parts of her psyche, her subconscious, that hasn't fully healed. And it doesn't make her a bad doctor. It doesn't make her a bad therapist. It makes her human. It makes her human. Doctors are human. You are human. Okay, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. Okay, great. But still, you're still human. And we are all working through our experiences until you take your last breath. This is the good news. You're going to be working on this and exploring this and enjoying this process until you take your last breath. So the sooner you become excited about exploring yourself, exploring why are you not happy, and make the intention, may I be happy? Why am I not peaceful? And make the intention, may I be peaceful? Why do I keep experiencing the same problems over and over and over and over and over again, and the same angers and the same eruptions of rage and fear? Let me make an intention. May I be liberated from the ignorance that keeps me in this cycle of dysfunction. May I understand through wisdom, the wisdom of my subconscious mind, which is my body temple. That's going to take me to make time to sit and understand fear in my body, sadness. Okay. And love myself through that. And honor my body temple for the wisdom that it is speaking through that fear that it is arising in my body. The intuition. Honor that. May I be free from all suffering. When you are happy, when you are peaceful, when you are liberated from the ignorance because you've given yourself time on every day to sit through the discomfort in your body, the joy and ecstasy that you feel in your body, and be grateful for it, even the fearful thoughts and fearful sensations and all sorts of things. Just sit through it every single day and say, okay, I'm here to honor you. Speak to me. Intuition, speak. I'm willing to listen. You are free from suffering. How can you suffer when you know what is truly making you angry? So even when somebody comes to you and starts wah, 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 you're like, okay. Number one, your brain will kick in and say, okay, maybe this person's crazy, depending on the amount of time you've spent in meditation and examining your own body. Or your brain will just be, your body first will just be flooded by a whole bunch of emotions. And then maybe the emotion that you recognize is anger, and then now you want to fight back. If you spend a lot more time being curious about your own body, being curious about the memories that first were associated with anger, fear, anxiety, those memories subside because it's all energy. When you observe energy, observe. Particles change, waveforms dissolve. Those waveforms and particles live in your body. It's energy. So when you observe the energy as sensations appearing on your body temple, associated with a memory, with love, with understanding, with self-respect and self-honor, the wisdom arises. And as the wisdom arises, the perspective in which you view life from and view relationships from changes. I still get upset with my husband. I don't have a perfect marriage. I don't have perfect relationships, but I strive to have perfect relationship with myself. That's all I'm interested in. Maybe this is narcissism, okay, but as long as I'm just not harming other people, I'm not out just attacking people for no reason, okay, I'll take the label. I don't really care because I don't label myself. But all I strive for is to have a healthy relationship with myself. Because in having a healthy relationship with myself, I know that if you come with mess into my life, I'll be like, boundaries, get out. If you come with love, we can share and, grow in that. Because I know myself. I know what I will not tolerate because it just creates anxiety in me and it's unnecessary. And I encourage you to love thyself that much. Where just 30 minutes a day, it's like, no, this is my self-love time. This is my self-knowing time. This is my self-honor time. This is my self-respect time. Where you can just scan your body. and say, I wonder what that is about. Why the heat here? What is this heat or this itch or this sensation associated to? And then make an intention on a daily basis. May I be happy. You have a right to be happy. You're not on this planet to live in misery. I don't know who sold us this false idea, but it is a false idea. It is a lie. You are here to be happy. May I be peaceful. Oh, peace. We cannot expect the wars to end. If I am not peaceful and you are not peaceful, because even if I'm peaceful, you're going to come with your mess into my world. And then I'm going to come out of my peace and I'm going to go to war. But it starts with me just being peaceful in my own world. And it starts with you joining me in that peace. Just know thy body. This is your subconscious mind. It controls 80 to 90% of what you are, what you do on a daily basis. Once you know yourself, love yourself, your imperfections, your angers, your rages, your apathies, your depressions, your fears, and say, okay. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this planet, but I make a commitment to myself that every day I'm going to explore myself and find something new. Yesterday I found out that I had anxiety here. Oh, 2 weeks ago I found out that fear is, kind of lives here. Oh, but that fear was associated with exams. Oh, okay. You don't know. You don't know. Wisdom is understanding who you are. Number one, just whose you are. You are the face of divinity. From intelligence you have come. And in intelligence and wisdom you remain. So this is why you make the intention every day. May I be free from all ignorance. It is ignorance that keeps us in wars. It is ignorance that keeps us in poverty. It is ignorance that keeps us in illness, dis-ease of the body temple. May I be free from all of this. Because then I'm free from suffering. You are entitled to live a life that doesn't have suffering. But sometimes suffering is the path through. It is the path through. There's the saying in America that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Why are we all suffering then? Because we don't have a healthy relationship with the understanding of suffering. We're afraid of suffering. But honestly, what I've understood is that in my suffering, when I make the intention to be happy, to be peaceful, to be liberated from the ignorance that causes my suffering, I find it a fresh perspective about the suffering I am in. And once that fresh perspective arises within me, which is the wisdom, the suffering just dissolves. We haven't been taught this, but because we haven't been taught this, we suffer. So don't beat yourself up about it. You just didn't know. It's okay. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. If your relationship is kind of stressful and you are in relationship hell, financial hell, body hell, spiritual hell, honestly, the intention I would share with you is, may I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be liberated from all ignorance. May I be liberated from all suffering. If you practice that for long enough, you'll start asking that for all beings. Why? Because you will feel the release. You will start to feel the calm within yourself, and you'll walk around in this world thinking, why would other people not want to live like this? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But before you even get there, you might have to have boundaries. You might have to what I've noticed about practicing metta, just this phrase, is that when the longer I practiced it, the more I was able to see reality for what it is, not the delusions I wanted reality to be. And then I had to make some tough choices and say, this no longer works. It no longer works. I've got to be truthful here to myself. And then that's when, you just have to have boundaries, and you have to end relationships that are not willing to evolve to the next stage. And it's painful. Oh, it is painful. But what am I truly making an intention about? What am I truly praying? May I be happy. I need to be happy. It is my divine right. It's my birthright to be happy. And so it is for you. So it is for you. Okay. I hope that was nourishing. Okay, let's finish off. Feel your natural gifts in relationships. Perhaps you're a natural mediator, a healing presence, a wisdom teacher, or a love catalyst. Notice what happens when you imagine using these gifts more widely to serve others. Relational healing. Say, I express my relational purpose through conscious love. Conscious love is first loving yourself. Conscious love is first praying for yourself first to be happy, to be peaceful, to be liberated from all ignorance that keeps you in unconscious dysfunctional love. You are important. You matter. Okay? My capacity for relationship healing serves others. Yes. Your capacity for having a healthy relationship with self is the healthy image that you bring as the healing in the world. Let me say that again. Your capacity for a healthy relationship with yourself, a relationship that is honoring, that is respectful, that is loving towards yourself, is the healthy image that you bring into the world. You are powerful when you live from this perspective, because nothing can truly harm you. No one can truly harm you. Okay?